Hello everyone, good morning. Today is 11th of January. We'll be looking at Bank Nifty and the levels that it has to cross and the supports and resistance and the OI data before taking the trade. So if we see that we have had 11 consecutive sessions of bull run in Bank Nifty until now, and it has almost moved around 12%, closed around 38,400, which would be a very key level to watch because if you see that this zone acted as a support and a resistance multiple times. So that is why we've drawn a trend line here. So also if you see in the 60-minute time frame, you can see that it has formed a wedge pattern here. It's a rising wedge, whereas the RSI is continuously on the downside. So we could see some profit booking coming in if it breaks yesterday's low, because that would act as a key level. And since we're only opening 22 points on the gap up and Nifty is opening negative 5 points, so go on the upside we need to see if yesterday's high is broken, and on the downside we need to check if yesterday's VWAP and yesterday's low is also broken to take a trade on the downside. So if you look at the OI, the option chain, we see that maximum volume is at 38,200 and 38,000. So 38,200 has been in short covering yesterday, which mostly happened in the last 1 hour, and there was not much of a movement in terms of volume except for the last half an hour. Also 38,500 has been showing a little bit of a short covering, which happened yesterday. And on the downside, the put writing has been very vigorous, coming to 38,000 level, because that seems to be a good number that yesterday Bank Nifty resisted to fall from, which would also act as a good support today if it is supposed to take a reversal. If you come to the morning trade, this is what showing to us. It's showing us on the call side 38,200 and 300. So although Dow and Nasdaq fell yesterday, they are almost recovered, and let's see how they are performing now. Dow is positive, Nasdaq is positive, Hang Seng, Nikkei, everything is, Asian markets are positive, and that's one good news. And yesterday, if you see in the futures, so we see that there's been a long build up in the last 1 hour, which could also be seen in the charts. It was trading in a very stiff zone yesterday, which was yesterday's high and yesterday's low, and once that zone was broken, it went to a higher level. Although it was not with a very good volume, but it did go and close at almost the day's high. So that's with Bank Nifty, and Nifty is opening negative, and Nifty has been rising very much. Although Bank Nifty is overperforming these days, Nifty has also been able to quickly get to the 18,000 levels. It has broke all the resistance levels when you take Fibonacci retracements. So we'll be looking at the opening trade today. There are a few open highs pending. We'll be looking at that, and since morning trade is suggesting us to go on the call side, we'll see what happens. I'll be trading with 200 quantity, and I'll look for 25 points. That is my target, and if it crosses 25 points quickly, I'll trail it and look for the next target or book the profit immediately. So the strike price we'll be looking for is 38,500 PE and 38,200 CA. Seems to be quite bullish. Let's wait for this candle close to see how it's performing. If this strike price goes above 500, I'll be going for the next strike price, which should be 38,300. Thirty-eight five hundred would be a very key level. It might take a resistance there. And since we are looking at 38,500 on the put side, we're looking at an open high of 470 at 38,500. So let's keep that in our watch list. We have a lot of open and highs on the call side rather than the put side, but most of them are at the money or out of the money, in the money and out of the money. Let's avoid those. Closing is not that good in 5 minutes, neither is it in 3 minutes, so we'll be looking for a put trade. But let's wait for some confirmation. Let's wait. I think we can take the put trade, but the momentum is quite quick. We've taken it as at 450. It's the target is reached, and we'll be executing it. Okay, so we've reached 500, which is our target. It should be 50 points. We're seeing a stiff resistance on the upside. Let's book it at 500, which is done.